So I'm excited. I've never done a class like this before, and I feel like I'm just excited to share. I feel like I'm giving you a present. Like, you're going to get a lot of really good information. And some of these things you will have never heard of before. Other things you might have heard of them, but you were like wondering why or why people use them. And some of these things you might have heard are scammy or this and that. And I will tell you right now, everything that I'm sharing with you tonight is not scammy. It's legit. There's science behind it. And I'm proof that it works and I use it. So I would not use something that was a waste of money or a waste of my time. That's just silly. Why would I do that? And you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to share this with you. So let's get started. And we will get rocking about it. But here's what I will say. The last thing I'll say is, because everything I teach in here is holistic, the allopathic model is not holistic. So all these hacks I'm teaching you tonight are holistic. So your MD is not going to be supportive of it, more than likely. That's the rub. That's the problem. You know, when I had cancer, and I did go to an oncologist one time just so that I could learn about like what the allopathic treatment was, what chemo, what they would do if I would have decided to go that route. I went to the oncologist one time, and I could have had $500,000 of treatment covered with chemo and radiation. My insurance would have covered that. But to go holistic, didn't cover one penny, didn't cover anything that I used for my holistic treatment. And it put me in an extreme amount of debt. Don't regret the decision, don't at all. But my point is that the allopathic model is not motivated to help you not use medicine, not use medical treatment, because there's kickbacks and there's incentives, and in the pharmaceuticals, they get money. The holistic treatments they're not given to you by MDs. They don't get any money for it. So what do you think they're going to learn about these? They're not going to take the time to learn about them. And they're kind of stuck too, because the medical allopathic model is that they can't learn about this stuff. When I talked to my oncologist, she told me to my face, she goes, Terry, I can't help you with any holistic treatment. I could get my license revoked if I told you or even suggested anything other than cancer and radiation or chemo and radiation. And I have that on audio tape. So if anybody's going to come back to me and say, well, that's not true, I have it. I have proof. I have researched all this, and I've got recordings, and yeah, it's crazy. So that's that. So again, when we're talking about this tonight, just know that these are some amazing holistic treatments, and I would say that you need to do your own research, ask your doctor or not. If you want to set up a time with me to talk about them, I would for sure like to learn more about your situation. I can maybe help you. But I am going to go over my biohacks, my favorite health biohacks. So excited. So number one, and by the way, just so you guys know, the order I'm going in isn't the order of importance. I just threw them in here, okay? So the Rife machine is the first on the list. And what this is a device that I use when I had cancer. It's a light frequency generator, and it heals. It heals your cancer cells. So what it uses is photons, and they're dispersed from the Rife machine, and they act as electron donors and ground the person by adding electrons and alkalizing and healing the patient. Rife frequencies work best when programmed to the specific frequency of the tissue treated. The body receives more electrons. None of the Rife machines, not all Rife machines are created equal. They also should be specifically programmed by someone educated in Rife frequencies. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about this. So when I had cancer, because our bodies are frequent, all of our cells have frequencies. Well, cancer cells have frequencies. So the cool thing about the Rife machine is when it's programmed, when the Rife machine is programmed to the frequency of your cancer cell frequency, it basically shakes it up, because two frequencies of the same frequency aren't good, right? So what they do, and it's very complicated, but basically what it does is it shakes up the cancer cell, the frequency that they program for that cell, and it causes it to die, basically. So when people come to me and say, well, what kind of Rife machine did you get? Or I found a Rife machine on Amazon. No, you have to get a Rife machine that's programmed to your specific frequency that you're having the issue with. So every type of cancer has a different frequency. Every type of cancer cell has a different frequency. Every type of mold exposure, every type of Lyme exposure. You can use the Rife machine for many things, but it needs to be programmed to your specific. So before you go out buying all these Rife machines for $3, I'm going to tell you something. A good Rife machine is not $3, and it has to be programmed by a professional doctor or certified Rife programmer that actually knows, your body. And you can go, when I had mine programmed, I sat in a chair and they hooked me up to some nodes, some frequency nodes. And I sat in this chair for like 5 hours so that they could read the frequencies of my cells. So I'm a big fan of the Rife machine. I sleep with it every night. Sorry to say, I do sleep with something else other than my husband. But it's a little, this is what the Rife machine looks like, but what you're not seeing, I guess right here, this little tube on the right is where the frequency illuminates from, and you lay it with it. So you put it in your bed and you just lay it next to your side, and then you get the benefits of it. So the energy is vibrating those 6 cells and causing them to die. It's amazing. So anyway, Rife machine is 1. Number 2 is infrared sauna. I love infrared sauna. I had infrared sauna way before I had cancer because it's the best way to detox. So when you use an infrared sauna, it causes you to sweat, and the infrared penetrates 1 to 1.5 inches into your skin. That's why infrared saunas are so much better than charcoal saunas or heat saunas, because you're heating the body directly without warming the air around you. So you guys know the coal saunas. When you go into a sauna that has coal and you get the steam, I can't sit in those very long because breathing in that hot air is very uncomfortable for me, and I can't ever stay in there very long. But my infrared sauna, you can control the temperature, and it warms the skin and it penetrates the skin. You don't breathe the hot air. So you can sit in there for quite a long time. The other reason why I like this particular sauna, and like I said, you're going to get the links and everything. I like the Health Mate because it has low EMFs. They use non-toxic materials. When you buy a sauna at Costco or Sears, okay, for cheap, they're using cheap ingredients. They're using toxic glue. So then when you sit in the sauna and it heats up and you're breathing in those fumes from the toxic wood and the toxic glue and the toxic materials, you're defeating the purpose of having a sauna. Okay, so I really like the Health Mate. It's awesome. It's also portable. I've purchased 2 saunas of the Health Mate because when I had a brick and mortar back when I lived in Minnesota, I bought one for my gym and I've had one for my home. And I brought it here with me to Florida. They're portable. That's another reason why I love the Health Mate, because it's portable and you can take it apart and you can bring it with you if you move. It's amazing. I love the Health Mate. It also has different twinkle lights, which have illuminate different types of light frequency. It's amazing. And this particular one goes up to 170 degrees. Most saunas only go up to 130 or 140. So the benefits are detoxification, that lowers blood pressure, enhances your immune system, faster healing and recovery time, weight loss, brighter skin, pain relief, improved circulation, reduction in stress and anxiety. Love my sauna. The next one I'm going to talk about is a hydrogen water or filtered water. So the hydrogen water is upscale to filtered water. Okay, so what hydrogen water does, and what this machine does, is it not only it filters the water, filters it from fluoride and chemicals and all of the bad things, but it also hydrogenate. It adds hydrogen. So what it does is it gives your body hydrogen, and your gut makes hydrogen, but most people's guts are so dysfunctional that you don't produce hydrogen. So hydrogen in water increases energy, reduces inflammation, and reduces recovery time after workouts. Benefits gut health, brain health, increased immune function, improved energy. I'm a big fan of hydrogen water. If you just can't afford a hydrogen, any sort of a filtration system, then some other things you can do is a Berkey. A Berkey is a tabletop unit that's also very effective in ridding those bad toxins and fluoride, things like that. So Berkey is also a really good filtration system. You can actually pour your faucet water into the Berkey and it'll filter it out. So that is awesome. I like the Berkey. I have a Berkey unit also that I take with me when I travel. They have different sizes, so I do like the Berkey. It's a little bit more of an affordable type of filtration system. Next, my hyperbaric oxygen chamber. I bought this also when I had cancer. The benefits of oxygen are amazing. The hyperbaric oxygen therapy is a treatment which forces air into the cells to oxygenate the cells of the body. Okay, so the benefits are: saturates the body with oxygen, blocks the action of harmful bacteria, and strengthens the body's immune system, can disable the toxins of certain bacteria, increases the concentration in the tissues, increases blood flow, increases collagen, shrinks cancer cells, promotes quicker wound healing, helps anemia, reduces pain and swelling. So let me talk a little bit about this. Love my chamber. They're hard to find. You can't just go buy one. You have to get a prescription. Most doctors won't prescribe them. It's a big problem. But because I'm a certified nutritionist, holistic practitioner, I was able to get one. There are some places you can go and buy sessions from, but they're $150 a session, and I just wanted to buy one, and insurance wouldn't cover it, so there you go. But I really wanted this because what happens is cancer can't survive in an oxygen state. If your body is full of oxygen, cancer can't survive. So I sat in this thing almost every day for between 30 and 60 minutes. And when you flood your cells with oxygen, it's very healing, okay? Now, somebody will ask me, or people will ask me, well, why don't you just use the oxygen that you put in your nose and just sit with that oxygen? That oxygen goes into your nose and it stops right here, okay? The hyperbaric chamber is pressurized. It's like cabin pressure in a plane, right? It's pressurized, so it's pressured, so you're inside the chamber and it's pressurized, and it's forcing the oxygen to go into your cells. So it's penetrating deeper. Kind of like how the infrared sauna penetrates into the skin. The hyperbaric chamber pressures the oxygen into the cells, making it very powerful and healing. A lot of autistic kids, like if you go to an autistic center, they'll have hyperbaric chambers everywhere. The big ones that you can sit in, where the kids can play games in while they're sitting in them. So really good for the brain and autism. Also, you'll see hyperbaric chambers in like burn victim units. So people have been burned, or they've had their legs cut open, and they need that oxygen to heal the open wounds. They'll put people in hyperbaric chambers for wound healing too. So hyperbaric oxygen is no joke. It's so relaxing, and every time I'm in it, I just get out of it and I just feel super, super, super amazing. The downside to the one I have is it's not air conditioned inside, so it gets a little hot in there. There's some that they actually have little air, the bigger ones, they have little air or fans in there. But listen, it's not a problem. Like when I lived in Minnesota, it wasn't a problem because in the winter time, it was super cool in my house. But here in Florida, it's been a little challenging. Even with my air in the house is just humid, and it's like it's very hot. So I kind of like detox, sweat in there at the same time I'm flooding oxygen in my body. But love my hyperbaric chamber. I've been asked many times to sell it. People wanted to buy it for me, and I won't ever sell it. It's an investment in my health, and yeah, I love it. Okay. Next one is stem cell activation technology. I love stem cell activation because what it does is it allows your body to create its own stem cells, so that stem cells can heal your body. It promotes healing. What I love about the stem cell technology that I have access to, there's no injections. You're increasing your own stem cell production. It's inexpensive, reduces pain, promotes healthier immune system, energy, and vitality. So let me talk a little bit about this. The reason I'm not giving you the name of the actual technology is because I want you to reach out to me about it, because it's not something that your doctor is ever going to agree with or he's going to believe. So let me explain a little bit. So stem cells, we need stem cells. If we didn't have stem cells in our body, we would die. The problem is you create most of your stem cells between the ages of 15 and 20, 10 and 20, right? As you age, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, your body slowly declines in producing stem cells, and your stem cells get sluggish and they basically deactivate. So we have this amazing technology that is able to produce a certain peptide that actually activates your own stem cells and produces your own stem cells. The reason why this is so amazing is because you guys have probably heard of stem cell injections, right? You go to a doctor and they say, yeah, you can get some stem cell injections. Well, the problem with that is you get injections. One, you have to go and get injections. It hurts. Two, it's very expensive. Three, they're not your own. So you never know the quality of your stem cells, right? And number four, they don't last because you get them injected and they're going to be isolated in that one area. I'm pointing here because a lot of people get stem cell injections in their shoulder for pain, or for if they've got, torn tendons or whatever, because stem cells are very healing. Because you get a stem cell in that area, the stem cells are going to go there and they're going to heal. It's amazing. So the problem with getting injections is because all of that, expensive, they're not your own, they're painful, and they're isolated and they don't last. This stem cell technology that I have access to, you get a daily drip of this technology. You get to do it daily, and it doesn't hurt. It's effective. You build your own stem cells, and it's like anti-aging. It's amazing. So again, I am going to, for you guys in this group, in a few weeks, I am going to do a whole class just on this technology. And at that time, I will give you an opportunity to learn more about it and get on it with me, like actually become a part of the stem cell technology community, because I'm telling you something, it's amazing. So that is another one of my biohacks that I absolutely love. Okay, another one is an Aura ring. So I love this Aura ring, and what it is, it's a little ring that you wear, and it tracks and analyzes a host of metrics, including your heart rate variability, your blood oxygen rate, body temperature, and sleep duration. Gives you daily scores to help you understand how your body is recovering. The benefits is it provides accurate data, has precise sensors. You wear it as a ring. It's easy to wear, easy to maintain. And why do I wear it? Okay, see this little ring right here? And then when it lasts, the charge lasts for about 4 days, 5 days, and then you just put it on. There's a little charger here. Let me show you. It's just this little thing that you plug into your USB, you put it on there, and it charges. It's amazing. And the reason why I like this is because this tells you how your body is recovering. It tells you your blood oxygen levels. It gives me a score of my sleep, how I'm sleeping, because it's kind of like a little contest. So it's like the days that my sleep score is like under 90, I'm like, I wonder why I didn't sleep very well. And then it'll show you like how many times you got up in the night. And then I want to do things that I know that will help me so I can get a high score to sleep, because sleeping is important, right? Same with your oxygen levels and your blood oxygen levels and your HRV. So it also, with the Aura ring, there's an app, okay? And so it has an app, it's an Aura app. And as you can see, like my readiness score today was only 78. And basically what that means is I trained hard yesterday. So my recovery, it told me today that I should probably take today off and rest, but I didn't. I went and taught a spin class right before here. So I didn't, but that's what that means. It tells you here, it says it's good. 78 is a good score, but I personally like to get it over 80s. Last night, my sleep score was 83, which is okay. I like to have it more in the higher ranges, like 89, 90, 90, like 93. And then it tells you your your resting heart rate, your heart rate variability, your respiratory rate, and your body temperature. So I love this app. It's amazing. It's not, if you're looking for like a Fitbit is more for checking your heart rate, right? That's not really what this is. It does calculate your heart rate. It tells you your heart rate variability, and it tells you what your resting heart rate is. But if you're wanting to see what your heart rate gets to while you exercise, that's not what this app is used for. It's bigger than that. So I do also have a Fitbit that I use for that, just to monitor my heart rate during my workouts, but or a ring I wear every day. All right, next. Oh my word, I'm only on 7 and I got 20 to go. I better start talking faster. Okay, my Harmony EMF Shield. So this is a shield that protects you from radiation. EMFs are produced by cell phones, computers, appliances, and even your car, disrupting your body's energetic field. The benefits of having an EMF shield are EMF protection, more energy, relief from EMF symptoms, better sleep, mental clarity, improved performance. So I have a EMF pendant, and I wear this every day. It just protects me. And I have an EMF meter that I have tested it with, and I'll be sitting here and it won't go off as, if it's close to here, but if I take it off, it does. So I've tested it. And so this is just like for me, on my person, but eventually, I don't have this yet, but eventually I want to get an entire home unit, and it's called a key, a QI. It's called a key. It's pronounced QI. And I want to get a unit, but they're very, 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 very expensive. But eventually I will get a whole house EMF protection device. But listen, we're exposed everywhere in this house. Everywhere you're exposed. If you're by a 5G tower, you're really being exposed to 5G. You're being exposed to EMFs and radiation, right? So every little thing that we can do, for me, this is what I could do right now. I'm saving up for a bigger system, but every little bit helps. You can also buy the EMF phone protectors. I used to have one of those too. Mine fell off. I got to get a new one, but it's a little dot that you can put right in the back of your phone. So you can get those too. So every little thing helps, right? I mean, if you can't get the big dog right now, just maybe it's little things here and there to protect you. There's ones that you can get for your desk. They can just set at your desk. There's ones that you can get. This key QI. This one I want to get actually is a portable one that you can put in your purse and carry with you everywhere you go. So you're protected when you're walking in the stores, and yeah. Anyway, but I don't have that yet. I just have the pendant. So EMF shield, love it. The next one is red and blue light therapy machine. And light therapy pads use red and infrared light and blue light. The light triggers the release of nitric oxide from the blood vessels and the red cells. So nitric oxide causes local vasodilation that lasts several hours after therapy. And the benefits of it are improves blood flow, lessens pain, helps nerves, neuropathy, improves circulation, relaxes muscles, and helps with stiffness from arthritis. Now, I want to share with you why I got this. So the reason why I got this was because when I had my surgery, so I had lymphoma, and when I had my surgery, they took out, some lymph nodes here, and I was having a lot of pain there, and it was tight and uncomfortable. So the reason I bought this, and here it is the light machine. This is the program box, and then each of these inputs in the back are cords that you can get pads for. So I have 2 pads. I have a big pad and I have a little pad. This little pad is where I will I'll sit here and I'll put the frequency, and I'll sit there like this. And when I started using this back years ago when I had my cancer, that healed really, really, really well, and there's no pain. And if I ever do have pain, comes once in a while, it might come, I'll just use it again and it's gone. Then I'll use this, I'll put this like over my tummy to help with my gut, or put this on my back if I'm having any sort of pain. It's just super good. There's another pad that I don't use very much, and I should, but it goes over your eyes, your face. Is supposed to be for wrinkles. I should use that one very much more, but I haven't been using that one. So I have 3 pads, but this particular one, you can plug in up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can plug up to 6 different pads. It's amazing. This is so if you're looking into getting any sort of a light machine, I definitely would recommend this one because I think it's a high quality and it's really, really, really good. So again, I will give you the links and where to get these, you know, that PDF I will send you guys if you reach out to me and ask. Okay. But I love this particular machine. I use this almost every day as I'm sitting down and winding down at night watching TV. I'll just put it on. It's just very soothing and yeah, it's really good. Okay. Number 9, rebounder. Basically, this is a mini trampoline. It's called a rebounder, and it's a low impact exercise. It's so good for your lymphatic system. Helps you flush out toxins, bacteria, dead cells, and waste products. It also can improve your balance. It's very low impact, which is what I like about it. Supports your bone density and strength. So the one I have does have a little handle that you can just bounce up and down. It's so good for your lymphatic system. I got one for my lymphatic system. I didn't get one to necessarily as a workout, but you can. I mean, you can get pretty aggressive with it, but that's not why I got it. What I got for was I'd sit and watch TV and I would just bounce. It wasn't even like a lot. It was just I'd bounce for 20 minutes, right? Because again, you want to get that lymphatic system going. The reason why most of us are sick a lot or, you know, diabetes, I'm telling you, if you have diabetes, you have you have a clogged lymphatic system. That's just, they go hand in hand, right? So I love rebounding. It's actually very low impact. So a lot of people can do it who maybe can't run or walk very well. They can just stand on it and just bounce, hold on to the handle and just bounce, because you got to get that lymphatic system going. If you're getting sick a lot, like I know people who get sick every other week, that is a sign of poor lymphatic flow and a poor immune system. So the rebounding is going to help with all of that. Is that helping with the detox process? Okay. And also it is a workout. So it's good for you. It's good to get your heart rate up a little bit. And it's just a really good form of exercise. So I haven't rebounded lately, but when I had cancer and I was going through my treatment, my holistic treatment, I would rebound a few times a week. Yeah. So shower tub water filters. So if you don't have an entire home filtration system, like I don't, again, eventually I will when we get to a house where I know we're going to stay forever, I'll probably purchase a whole house filtration system. But this is a really good way to just get by for now, temporarily. So if you get your water faucet filter for your drinking water, you can get that. Then you can also just get one for your shower or your tub. If you take baths, this is a little one that you put right over your tub spout, and this is one that you put on your shower. It's called Aquasana. I really like this one a lot. It comes with a membership, so what that means is every 6 months they just automatically send you a new one, and it's not that expensive at all. It's actually really cheap, and then you know that it's filtering out, you know, a lot of the filters, a lot of the toxins in your water. So I really like these two and I have both. I have this one for my tub and this one for my shower. 11, air filter. Air Doctor is my favorite. The Air Doctor is #1 air filter. In my opinion, it removes particles 100 times smaller than the standard HEPA filters. Benefits: it filters out 99.9% of particles as small as 0.003 microns, captures contaminants you can't see, like smoke, bacteria, viruses, pet dander, pollen, and mold. So I have one of these in my bedroom, and it's supposed to filter, I think, 2,000 to 3,000 square feet, but I have it in my bedroom, and I love it. I love it. I know I can be rest assured that I'm breathing in clean air when I sleep. Okay. Grounding mats. So what is a grounding mat? Well, grounding mats create an electrical connection between your body and the earth. You guys have heard of grounding, right? So if you go out on a walk and go barefoot in the grass or the sand, you're basically grounding. Well, that's what you're earthing. That's what a grounding mat is. It's same thing as earthing, except you're not on the earth. It creates the second best way to do earthing if you can't go outside. So I bought mine when I lived in Minnesota because I couldn't ground in the winter, so I would plug this in and I would just lay on it or sit on it. And the benefits are improves sleep, improves cortisol levels, balances the ANS system. So the autonomic nervous system has two parts to it. It has the parasympathetic and the sympathetic. The parasympathetic is your rest and digest. The sympathetic is your fight or flight. Most of us are in fight or flight mode all the time because we're stressed out. So what this does is it improves your cortisol levels, helps ground you, helps kind of give you balance between the, puts you back into parasympathetic. I love my grounding mat. So I'm going to show you, I have it right here with me. So mine, I don't think you can get this one anymore. But I tried to look for it, but you can get any kind of grounding mat on Amazon. But I love this one because it's super thin. And what you do is it goes into the mat, and then you plug this side into the wall outlet. And then this one's long. So what I'll do is I put this, sometimes I'll sit it in my office and as I'm working, if I know I'm going to be sitting for a long period of time, I'll just put this in my chair like I did today and I sit on it all day. Otherwise, sometimes I'll put this on my bed and sleep with it overnight. So there you go. It's kind of, the reason I didn't have it up here is because it's kind of ugly. I like the color of my, look how pretty my chair is, right? This is just kind of ugly, so that's why I had it down. But when I'm not shooting videos, I will have this up and I'll, and then it goes, it's like, I think 8 feet long. So right now I have bare feet, and at the end of the mat, I have my feet on the mat that's on the ground. So I'm getting a full grounding. So there you go. That's the grounding mat. All right, I'm going to get through these here, I promise. 13, antifungal laser. If any of you have nail fungus or you have toe fungus, I'm going to tell you something. That fungus is hard to get rid of, but with the right protocol, you can do it. So with the right supplements, the right diet, and this laser is amazing, you will get rid of your fungus. I had some fungus. When I moved to Florida here, I got fungus from my nail guy, and it was not pretty, and I was scared because I thought it would never go away, but I was able to get rid of it within like 2 months. It was amazing. And it's so funny because when I don't ever tell a lot of people when I have things like this, but I was telling my mother about it, and she's like, oh, you'll never get rid of that fungus. Once you have fungus, it's there to stay. I'm like, oh, listen, I figure things out. There's a will, there's a way. I'm going to figure it out. So of course, research and trying different things. And, so I combined this laser fungus device with a topical, with the right nutrition, with supplements, and I was able to do it. So there you go. I love this. And the benefits are, there's no medications. If you go to a doctor for fungus, they're going to try to put you on some pretty toxic medications, either internal, or they'll give you kind of toxic, lotions to put on or serums to put on. Not good. This is very safe. It kills organisms, and it's really easy to use. All right, number 14, castor oil packs. Castor oil packs help promote liver detoxing. Castor oil is the most penetrating oil and absorbs deep into the tissue, doing its magic. Benefits are liver detox, hormone balance, deep sleep and less stress, constipation and bloating, inflammation, leaky gut. Basically, if you ever get castor oil, if you've ever heard of castor oil packs, they're messy and they're very hard to make on your own. But Queen of Thrones has an amazing castor oil pack that she sends out, and it's organic castor oil. You put it on this little cloth that's also organic, and she's got little strings on it, and you just put it right on. It's not messy because the pad absorbs everything. And so I love the Queen of Thrones castor oil packs. They're really good to support the liver detoxing. So especially for any of you who have been doing cleaning up your diet or have been diagnosed with fatty liver, or you're constipated, that means your liver is suffering. So that castor oil pack is really good to help with your liver, anything liver. anything liver. She also talks about how good castor oil is for your thyroid. I haven't used it on the thyroid. She swears by it, but if you go to her website, you can learn more. She's the queen of castor oil. I just use it for liver. Saliva and urine pH strips. Basically, I just use these because they're easy home tests that help to determine what kind of imbalances you have going on in your body. So the saliva you can test your saliva pH, and the urine, you can test your bilirubin and your urine urobilinogen, which are all liver sort of indicators that your liver might be it might be struggling. So I use these every once in a while. You just don't have to go to the doctor if I ever want to just know. Also, when you do these tests, it'll help you determine if you're in a parasympathetic state or a sympathetic state. Number 16, the UV laser. I love this little thing. This is a fairly new purchase that I got, but it uses EVO bulb and ozone to kill germs and allergens. It's like a whole room disinfection machine. Benefits are it kills dust mites, bacteria, germs, and other biological pollutants, rids homes of bad smells, safe for home use, chemical free, doesn't require a filter. So I have it here. Let me show you. Let me grab it. So here it is. It's tiny. It's only maybe a foot tall, and it has 3 settings: 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and an hour. And basically, you can't be in the room when it's working. So what I'll do is I'll put this in one of the rooms. I maybe do it once a week or once every other week in the different rooms, just to make sure it's killing things in the room. And especially, I bought it because in Florida we have mold, right? We have mold. We have mold, and my next venture is I'm going to be testing this house for mold. I've never actually tested it yet, but I'm going to actually be doing that. But this will just help with any airborne mold spores or dust mites or things that are in the air. It'll help kill it, and also gives off a really amazing ozone kind of smell that will kill any odors that you might have in the house that are hard to kill off. So there you go. There's my little UV laser, and I really like it. Okay, what number am I on? You guys still with me? This is long tonight. I'm sorry. I know. There's just no way to get through these very, very quickly. I'll rush through the last few. Okay. Essential oils. Yeah, I'm not going to go into this one, but I love essential oils because the essential oils are concentrated liquids containing volatile chemical compounds from plants. The benefits are they help calm the sympathetic nervous system. That's really all they do. There's nothing super magical like you put it on, something's going to reverse. But what it does, I really believe in essential oils because your senses really do respond. Like the smells respond. It smells trigger your body to respond, right? So I used to use Young Living, okay, but I recently switched to Revive because Revive is cheaper, and the only really essential oils I use are peppermint and lavender. So every time I use peppermint, it does really, really, really help me with energy. It's crazy, but I smell it and it just gives me a like boost. Okay, so some of the common essential oils: chamomile reduces stress, clary sage is supposed to help promote relaxation, eucalyptus clears sinuses. I mean, that's true. When I have eucalyptus and I put it in my bath, it does help clear my sinuses. Ginger reduces nausea, lavender better sleep, lemon increases happiness, peppermint boosts alertness, reduces headaches, rosemary increases focus. So I love essential oils. I make sure I always buy organic. And Young Living, and yeah, Young Living is a good brand. It's just, they're a little spendy, and I found Revive oils that were just a little bit, less expensive, still good quality, but just a little cheaper. But I love Young Living too. Okay. Next. Okay, I'm going to do a whole class on this, but I have the best access to these amazing science-based, clinically verified holistic therapeutics And these are supplements that have been researched and studied. They're the best supplements in the world, in my opinion. And they include 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 fatty acids. And Dr. Wallach, who's the founder of these, but they're like medicinal products, honestly, but we don't call them medicine because medicine is an allopathic term. These are holistic therapeutics. But Dr. Wallach, who's the founder of epigenetics, proved that our bodies needed these 90 essential nutrients. These 90 are synergistically put together, and he was able to create this product, this brand of supplements that help keep us nutrified. We are, as a nation, we are depleted. We are nutritionally depleted. There's, all of us are. Okay, you can't get all these nutrients from food anymore. Our food's depleted. Okay, and most of us don't eat the right foods to give us the nutrition. So even if we're eating really good, like I eat amazing, but I know that our food is so depleted, the soil is depleted, and all the, everything's depleted. So I'm not getting the vitamins and minerals that I need. Plus, when Dr. Wallach has proven that these certain 90 are synergistically important to our systems, our health, I'm not getting all those 90 on a daily basis unless I take them. So I'm just a big fan of these because of that reason. They're heavily researched, they're very powerful. And again, it's like putting gas in your car. If you don't put good quality gas in your car, or you don't have enough gas in your car, how do you think your car is going to run? It's not going to run, and it's going to break down. And it's, same thing with our body. If we're not putting high quality supplements in our body, and we're not getting enough gas, we're not getting enough, our systems, our liver, our brain, our gut, our kidneys, our heart, all that's not going to work as properly because we don't have the vitamins and the minerals that we need for our systems to work. So I'm always wanting to give my body the 90 essential because I'm very motivated to keep my body very fueled. All right, couple more. A detox supplement program. I'm not going to really get into this one, but when I was able to become a cellular detox specialist, I went through my own program. It changed my flipping life because most programs, most detox programs are not teaching you how to detox the right way. So when I was able to learn how to actually do a cellular detox so that my cells are detoxing the bad things from the cell on a cellular level, then I was able to detox that stuff out and not allow my body to redistribute it. Okay, what happens with most people who don't teach you guys how to detox properly is they're saying, oh, do a colon cleanse or do a liver cleanse. Well, they're fine, but they're not a cellular cleanse. So where you store most of your toxins, you do store some in the tissues, but you store them in the cell, and they're protected in the cell. It's really hard to detox the cell. Okay, it's easy to detox tissues, but it's hard to detox the cell. There's a special way to do it. And even if you do a tissue or organ detox, your detox pathways aren't open. You're not going to detox anything out properly, and you're just going to redistribute the same toxins over and over again. So when you do a cellular detox, you have to make sure that you're releasing, that your body's ready to do it, by the way, because it's very stressful on the body to do a detox. So you have to make sure you have to prep for it. Then you have to do the right method of opening up the cell, getting rid of the mercury, the candida, the parasites, the mold, the Lyme. And then once it's out, your detox pathways in your colon and all the systems, your liver, all the systems that you need, the pathways you need to get that material out, need to be working. If they're not, you're just going to, and you don't eliminate it, or sweat it out or detox out. They're the same toxins that you have detoxed out of the cell are now just going to redistribute. Okay, so this is why it's just aggravating for me to listen to some of these people who are on Facebook or Instagram, and they're talking, oh, you should join my detox program for $20. Yeah, no, this is when you do a cellular detox, it's a 5-month minimum process. And then after you do the 5-month initial, it's like a long-term like thing, because again, it's just like anything else. You have to prep the body and you have to understand how to do it correctly, and then keep those pathways, keep the bodies functioning. It's a very, and this is why so many people stay sick too, is because the toxins stay in the cells on the cellular level. And then, or if they start to detox even a little bit, they just are recirculating them. So I have a whole program that actually teaches you how to do it correctly, and it's pretty powerful. Okay, so and the last one, and this one I don't have yet, but I'm throwing it in there because I am going to get, by 2024, I'm going to get an ice bath cold immersion tub. And I'm sure you've heard the buzz about these. It sounds painful, I know, but I've researched this, and the benefits of doing ice immersion, cold water immersion, is pretty powerful. So it's used to help reduce pain, inflammation, faster recovery, focus on meditation, improve circulation, boost immune system, better sleep, activates fat burning. And listen, when you, just like anything else, what I'm told is that when you do ice baths, you start off slow. You start off with a higher temperature, and you start, just working your way up. I think I've watched, if you go to YouTube and you Google ice baths, oh, it's crazy. Some of these people are doing 30 minutes at 32 degrees. I mean, that's pretty aggressive. You never want to start that fast, but if I do 45 degrees for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then work my way down. But I just want to do it because I know it's a biohack, that it's a newer one that is just, again, another thing to add to the list to keep your body really healthy. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, you guys.